Hello, everyone, and welcome to English 102, which focuses on writing arguments. My name is Edward English. In terms of how you can address me, Mr. English is completely fine. Technically, I don't have my PhD yet. At the end of this year, that's the plan, so then I can have a more distinguished title. But until then, Mr. English is fine. A little bit about me. I am a fourth year PhD student at the University of Louisville, specializing in English composition and rhetoric. I got my master's degree at the University of Oklahoma many years back, where I taught a course similar to this. I've been teaching Comp 2 courses focused on argumentation for something like around 5 or 6 years now, so this is not something new to me, and I've done my best to design this course in a way that is engaging and interesting and that hopefully you'll enjoy. So yeah, I also, after I finished my master's, I went and taught overseas for a few years in Colombia in South America at a university there. I've also taught at universities in China and yeah, had some other travels. I came to the University of Louisville a few years back and have very much enjoyed it. I've taught English 101, English 102, and also had a few sections of business writing. So welcome to the course. The first thing we're going to do right now is go over the syllabus. I do have to say beforehand that this syllabus is subject to change quite a bit, given the whole situation that's happened with things moving online and all the craziness of COVID and the new standards and everything like that. It's likely that a lot of the stuff on this syllabus is subject to change. I want you to know I will always do my best to inform you ahead of time in a prompt way. But let's go ahead and look at the syllabus. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how to open the syllabus for the course. So let's do that. Okay, so if you go on Blackboard and go into our course number is right here, English 102 52 4208. You will see syllabus right here. Just click on that. And then this first part right here, click on this. And then you should have in Word document form the syllabus being downloaded. Open that right there. There we go. So this is the syllabus for the course. As I mentioned, Mr. English is my name. If you need to contact me for any reason, just reach out to me via email. All this other information here pertains more to if we were doing more in-person, on-campus stuff. But given this is online and COVID, this probably isn't as relevant. But anytime you do need to contact me, there's my information right there. This provides a course description. You can read through it yourself. In terms of required text, the only thing you will need to be purchasing, and I believe I emailed you about this, is the book On Writing Well, 30th Anniversary Edition by William Zinsser. Be sure to get that edition. We will be using just a few chapters of this. It's a pretty short book anyways. Zinsser explores great ways to help writers have more clarity in their writing, how to take out clutter, how to be more engaging for readers, those sorts of things. So we'll borrow from that a little bit here and there. Aside from that, you do not need to purchase anything at all. So, and again, I recommend getting this on Amazon. I did not order it at bookstores because it is more expensive and takes longer for them to fulfill the purchase orders anyways. So be sure to have that in by the latest in the next couple weeks. We'll be doing other readings, for example, from They Say, I Say. There'll also be readings from a book called Everything is an Argument. I will be uploading those for you to read, so don't worry about purchasing them. It's very important to me to limit cost as much as possible. So late work in general, I do not accept late work. Just kind of take that as the general rule. Don't turn something late. If you do, I most likely won't give credit for it. However, if there are some extenuating circumstances, and in particular, if you mention those to me beforehand, we can potentially work together on finding a solution, whether it be partial credit or maybe in extreme circumstances, full credit. Plagiarism and accessibility in the Title IX, you've probably gone over in your other classes, so I won't belabor those, but please be sure to read through these, and if you have any questions, ask me, communicate with me. Grievances, if for any reason you become unsatisfied with this course and want a contact, you can right here contact via phone or email. Inclusion policy is also very important. Please be sure to read through that. Our grading is going to be standard, and let's now get into what you'll actually be doing in this course. So this first part, online videos. You will not be getting a grade for watching the online videos. However, I highly recommend that you watch each one every week on Monday or perhaps Tuesday, depending upon the schedule. I will be submitting videos like these for you to watch. A lot of it will entail lecturing, answering questions, going over the details of assignments, clarifying different things, so it's going to keep you in the loop. Be sure to watch those. Most of your grade will actually be coming from the final essays you turn in, which there will be four: a Toulmin argument, a film argument, ethical law, and a Rogerian letter. If you don't know what these are, which you probably don't, which is completely fine, don't worry about it. We'll be taking one of these each at a time, and I will be explaining them thoroughly. Those are the dates for when they need to be uploaded. Reflective writings and discussion board posts. So every single week, I will have you do some sort of writing. Most of the time, it will be something that needs to be one page, single space, 12-point font, Times New Roman, where you respond to questions or a reading or have some sort of reflection. So you'll be needing to turn those in addition to having a discussion board post, which is usually a shorter thing I have us do so that people can kind of have a conversation with each other, so that we can kind of have a collective conversation. Rough drafts will be very important. Before you turn in a final draft, you will always need to have a rough draft. I will have the specifications. This is an easy way to get 10% of your grade. Each one of these will be worth 2.5%. If you have a rough draft of the length and specifications that I asked for, you get the credit, no questions asked. Peer review, another easy way to get a full 10%. Every time before you turn in a final paper, you will be getting feedback from your fellow students, as well as giving feedback to your fellow students on their essay. If you give thoughtful feedback and put good effort into it, for each one you will get credit. Cumulatively, that will be 10%. Right here, you'll see a schedule. Please be aware that this is subject to change. The way I've designed the schedule is this first part right here. So for example, we're on week 1, describes what we will be doing. So for now, we're having an introduction to the course and going over the syllabus. You will notice there is homework each time. The homework every single time will be due right before the start of the next class. So for example, your reflective writing that you will need to do this week and your discussion board post will be due the 23rd, so Sunday the 23rd at midnight. It's generally going to follow that pattern. You will get the instructions in this video on a Monday. The homework will be due the following Sunday at midnight before the next class begins. So look over this. Again, it will likely be subject to change, but this gives you a general overview of how this course is going to operate. Learning outcomes. So basically, every single course that is 102 needs to be fulfilling these things. If you're interested, read through. Also, there is a description about community issues and cultural diversity. I won't go through those right now, just for the sake of time. Written communication and student learning outcomes is more of that. So everything we will be doing will require being written in 12-point Times New Roman or potentially Georgia font, but I typically like Times New Roman more. And all of the citation practices we will be doing will come from MLA, which is the Modern Language Association. So that is our syllabus. Again, please, if you have any questions, concerns, or need any clarifying. Also, I had to make this fairly recently, this schedule and this syllabus, due to all the crazy changes that are happening with COVID. So there may be, this happens every once in a while, dates might be off a little bit. If you notice them, please let me know and I will change those immediately. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about what you will be needing to do for this week. First thing you will have is a reading that is on Blackboard. I will show you in just a second how to upload that reading and to read through it. Then you will need to write a response with responding to specific questions that I have and post that by next Sunday at midnight to Blackboard. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Then finally, you will need to do a discussion board post. It can be fairly short, a little bit of just people getting to know each other, and if you have any questions about the syllabus, I will show you how to do that as well. So the first thing let's do is let me show you how to upload the reading for this week. Actually, I changed my mind a little bit. I'm going to get to that, showing you how to upload these things, but first I thought I would go over your assignment for this week. So I'm going to read through it real quick. Reflective writing. After finishing the assigned reading, Everything is an Argument, Chapter 1, pages 56 through 112, offer a paragraph or two of summary. What were the main ideas in the chapter? What were the most important points? How was argument defined in the chapter? Next, provide analysis of what you read. What did you think argument was before this reading? How did the reading change or not change how you think about argumentation? What did you find interesting? Was there anything you read that you find important or anything you disagree with? Finally, were there any questions you had about how we understand argumentation? Let me explain this prompt a little bit. So the first part, offering summary, in argumentation, it is a crucial skill to be able to summarize other arguments that you can bring in to the larger argument you're making. So I want you to do your best. It's, going to have a lot of information, but just if you had to offer a good sense to the reader of what you read is, what would you put in? The next thing, providing your analyses, just respond to these questions as best you can. So that's going to be the assignment. The discussion board post. I just want you to introduce yourself and describe what you are studying and maybe any career aspirations. If you're not sure about what you're studying right now or even what you would like to do in the future or your aspirations, that's totally fine. Also, where do you consider yourself to be from, and what are some odd or interesting things about you? Additionally, what are some of your favorite movies, books, bands, or sports teams, and why? Second, describe what you think makes an argument. Also, what are you expecting to learn from this course? And let us know if you have any questions or concerns, especially related to the syllabus. Okay. So now let me show you how to access these things. One thing I should mention, you probably right now are like, oh my gosh, I have so much to read. As you will see in a little bit, it is a lot of pages. However, these pages do not have a lot of writing on them, and they're full of pictures and photographs. So even though this is 50-something pages, in reality, compared to the way most other books and textbooks are structured, this is a lot less than 50 pages. Okay. Okay, so now for how you can have access to the reading for this week and how you can upload your reflective writing and your discussion board post. So first thing is go to course content right here. You'll see week 1. Click on week 1. Right here it has what our readings are and the tasks, right? So you'll have a discussion board post and you'll have this reading. If you click on this right here, everything's an argument. It should open right here. You can also download this in PDF form, but if you want to just read it like this, that's perfectly fine. As you'll see right here, although it is technically a lot of pages, there is not much on the pages. So this reading shouldn't be too laborious. It's pretty straightforward. I want you to know, too, that a lot of the things we're going to be looking at and reading, you might find enlightening and really interesting. You might also disagree with some of the stuff that's being communicated, and that is completely fine. In this course, I don't necessarily care what your political or religious or social position is on something, so much as I care that you learn the techniques of argumentation. And people can have a lot of different opinions or ideas, and that's okay. So even if the text we're reading, you disagree with maybe some of its perspectives or where it's coming from, it's okay both to be in that position to not agree with it and to express that in our conversations. So read through this right here. When you have read through this, what you'll do is under week 1, you'll see reading response 1. Click on that. When you have written in Word document form, your 1-page reflection of it, you'll go to Browse My Computer and you will upload the document. Up here is the reading prompt that I just showed you. I will also have this reading prompt in the email. So you will browse My Computer and then you will submit it right there. In terms of the discussion board post, what you'll do, this is a little trickier. You will go to Tools, scroll down to Discussion Board. Now, you'll see right here that I have the prompt that I just mentioned that you'll respond to. What you will do is you will actually, on this, let's see here, go to Open, and then you are going to go to Create Thread. So you might say, I don't know, week 1 reflection. Let's say I was hypothetically a student, Edward English, or something like that. You can make your own title. And then you will just respond to the prompt, this prompt right here, in this box. All right, so that's all we have for this week. I'm very much looking forward to this semester, and please feel free to contact me if you have any questions.